Good morning, everybody. A very warm welcome to you today. We are in the third week of December and Christmas is looming, and we are not making Christmas cards, which is a really nice feeling. This is week 3 of my December Spotlight stamping class, and it features the translucent florals stamp set and die bundle. For week 3, this is the card that we're going to be making, and I'm using some of that delightful floral designer series paper, or delicate floral designer series paper, sorry, to really bring all the 3 pieces of this set together. So you won't find the paper in the mini catalogue, you'll find it in the online exclusives, and it's available while stocks last, but it is perfect for using with this stamp set and dies. So for this card here, there's a lot going on here. We've got a lot of stamping, we've got some fussy cutting, we've got some punched pieces, we've got some background stamping and some blending. So we will make a little start. If you're following along at home with your own kit, you will have everything you need in your week 3 pack. You will have, I'll talk you through what we've got. You've got 2 vellum punched leaves, and they've been punched with the bow punch that you'll find in the main catalogue. You've got a card base that's cut from soft seafoam card, which is a really nice green, nice pale green. You have a card layer that's going to be our layer that sits on our card there. We're obviously going to do a lot of stamping first. You then have a layer for the middle. You have a strip of pretty peacock card. You have a little piece of white card that is for your sentiment. And then you have this piece here that we're going to fussy cut out. You'll also need some of your scrap white to do your stamping. Let's make a little start. You will also need something that protects your desk. You could just use copy paper. I would use grid paper, but it doesn't look great for filming. So I've just got a little old square piece of grid paper. So card base we can put to one side, and we're going to work on this piece of green first. This piece of green I think measures 9.5 centimeters by 13.9. And you're going to need a soft seafoam ink pad, and I'm using this large leaf image from the stamp set. Okay, so we've got a little bit of tone on tone stamping, so using the same colour ink on the same colour card. Okay, so I'm just going to do a little bit of random stamping across my page. And there's no right or wrong way to stamp this. Just stamp the images, just get them down on the card. That's the important bit. Like that. And I filled as much of that page as I possibly can. So you can see that looks really, really nice. You get a sort of different stamp, different image every time you stamp with these. Now, if you wanted to, you could just go ahead and stick that on there. That looks really, really nice. But I'm going to add a bit more detail to mine with, again, the same colour ink pad. And this time I'm using a blending brush, and I'm going to add the ink around the edges of my card. So you want to go on and just put a really good coverage of ink on. When you're doing blending, do remember that the colour will dry lighter than it looks. So you might want to do it once, leave it to one side, and then do it again. The purpose of this video, though, I'm just going to get the ink on. I find the easiest way to use these brushes is in little circular motions. I think you get a better blend. You don't end up with lines or streaks. You get a really good coverage of ink. I'm going around the edge, but I want to leave that sort of centre area quite light. It creates a sort of highlight, or it draws the eye in, which you'll notice on this one, it's sort of lighter in the middle. There we go. So I'm really happy with that. Really like that. And it sort of takes the focus away from the stamping, and you get a really nice background piece. So once you've done that, you can stick that straight onto your card. So lovely. You've also got here a strip of Pretty Peacock, and I'm going to put that on my card. I'm going to move this grid paper. Actually, I don't need that now. I'm going to put that on my card, so it just runs across the bottom. You've probably got about 1.5 inches down here, maybe 4 or 5 centimeters. So stick that bit on. Ooh, the glue is blobbing, which is always nice when you're recording. And that piece is the width of the card, so just use the edges to line it up and make sure you've got it on there straight. Okay, I'm going to do another little bit of stamping now. So I've got a little piece of scrap white, and I'm going to stamp with Pretty Peacock, and I'm stamping with this image. It's sort of a leaf style image. I'll just stamp that twice. This would also make a really nice background stamp. Okay. Once I've done that, I'm going to cut these out with the coordinating die. I'm going to use my little mini machine for this. I've been using this little mini machine a lot more than I ever have recently. And I'm quite enjoying it. Just going to snip that down so that it runs, fits through the machine. This little machine is great if you've just got a few little dies that you want to cut out. It's not heavy. I quite often use this if I'm crafting indoors. I need to line my plates up. You have to sort of stagger the plates with this machine, which took me a little while to work out, but we get there in the end. So there's our little die cut leaf, which looks quite nice. Okay, so I've got one of those. And let's just cut the other one out. I would normally put washi tape around these. Because they're being used in the background, it doesn't matter too much. Okay, so that's my die cutting all done. I don't need that anymore. And then we need to cut out this lovely image. So you're going to cut out the whole of this large image, and I'm going to cut that out, leaving a little white border just to keep it nice and neat. So you just bring that up to the camera and you can see there's just a little white border there. So go ahead and cut all of that out. I will fasten the video up so that you don't get bored. Okay, I'm back now. So that's our image all cut out. I didn't go into that little bit in there. It's a bit impossible to get in there. You've also got this image here left over, which you could use for another card. So I'm just going to put that to one side, okay? And I'm going to bring my card back in. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stick this onto my card. Actually, I've got some edge pieces here. Let's use some of this edge. They're cut. Oh, it is. And I'm going to stick this down with some dimensionals. I'm going to place my dimensionals just in the middle of this flower because I want to slide my other detail sort of in behind it. I want to tuck it in. So they're just in the centre, like so. There's plenty to keep it in place. And I'm putting it on at an angle so that you can still see some of this nice, pretty peacock card showing. And then it's just a case of layering in the other pieces behind it. So you've got your sort of leaf here, Oh, this glue is getting everywhere. Hang on 2 seconds. I think I've got a little bit of a blockage in my glue. Let's get a fresh one. Okay, let's try this again. That's better. Okay, so I'm putting a little bit of glue underneath my leaf, holding it down, and then I've got these pieces to just slide in behind. And this one, I did have another leaf which is on my desk somewhere. Okay, the leaf seems to have gone walkabouts. I'm doing really well with this video, aren't I? So what you would do is you would put the other leaf under there and just slide it in. So I'm just going to put this one on for the time. There it is. Problem with vellum is you can't always see it, can you? Here we go. So this leaf here is going to slide just under there, and then this one is going to go just over the top of it a little bit. There you go. And just angle them so that they're in a similar direction to the one at the top. That's it, lovely. And then all we've got left to do is to do our sentiment. So this is just a little thin strip of white. I think it's 1 centimetre wide, and I'm going to stamp with Berry Burst. I'm using mine as a congratulations card. This is the sort of card you could use for any occasion, really. It's a terrible bit of stamping, Stacey. Let's start again. Better. Okay. And then angle your banner and that way. And then you're going to stick that down up there as well. Now these edge pieces are perfect for banners because they're nice and thin. And there we go. That is the card front all done. You've got this piece of white left over that you can stick inside. You could, if you wanted to, cut this out and just stick it in the inside of the card so you don't have any waste. And that's card number 3, all finished. Do let me know what you think in the comments, and do come back next week for card number 4. It actually comes out on Christmas Day. Boxing Day. So I do wish you all a very, very happy Christmas, and I hope it's full of everything you could hope for. And on Boxing Day, do join me to make this card, which is our final week of this set of videos. Have a great day. Take care. Bye for now.